So in this video, what we're going to talk about is how to get leads off of Instagram stories. Only Instagram stories, okay? We're not going to worry about videos. We're not going to worry about posts. We're not going to worry about going live, specifically stories, okay? Now, we've been testing this out for a while now, right? Trust me, this is things that we do is we test things out that we learn, that we're doing like our research on, that we're learning from coaches, the programs that we're in, those type of things. We go out to the field and we test these things out. And if they work for us, then we report back to our Dynamic Fit Pro students in the program, and we have them do these off of a full-on blown out, like kind of like lesson live with them, teaching them how to do all this stuff, coming up with like their own like scripts, their own openers, all that type of stuff, right? So this is something that we've learned from other people, and I want to always like mention whether we've learned it or we've earned it. So we learned this from other people, but I guess you could say we've earned it too, because we've tested it too. We've been out in the field and we've been fighting and trying this out and all that type of good stuff. So I want to start it off with that story on here, okay? Now, with Instagram, okay? There's so many different ways we can get leads on there. Like I said, videos, like do like posts, we can do lives, we can do all these other things on there. But specifically, I want to talk about stories because I don't think people utilize stories enough, and they don't know this little tactic I'm about to teach you. And this is something literally you can do tomorrow and test out, okay? So let's get to it right now. All right, so let's just say we're utilizing Instagram here, okay? This is like the Instagram symbol, so don't laugh at that.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that's what it looks like. And our end goal right here, obviously, is to get clients, right? And obviously, you know, we want to be paid for our services and helping them out. And then also, this is my little drawing of like a raised hand, meaning that we're going to help them out. We're serving them, right? So we're making money, we're serving them, we're solving a problem, okay? So that's a beautiful thing that we can do both things. Okay, so with Instagram, like I said, we're going to utilize the stories feature only, okay? From there, there's three things that we can do on a story, okay? We can either utilize the feature where it's like you're asking a poll. You can do a question. It's like an ask me a question or something like that. And the next one is you can do a quiz on there, okay? So those are three different things that you can test out. You don't want to test them out on one story. You want to literally be like, okay, this first week you're going to test out a poll. Then the next week you're going to test out a question. Then that third week you're going to test out a quiz. And you're going to let the results kind of just like tell you, you know, what should you keep doing going forward that next month. Should I do a poll? Should I do a quiz? Or should I ask a question? Okay. So the whole goal of this is, let's just say for an example, you ask on a poll on a question. Like you're like, hey, you're doing a story and you're like, you ask on the poll, like, have you ever had a fitness coach? Or what is your biggest struggle right now in your health and fitness journey? And then you can have a poll that says like nutrition, or you can have the other answer that says like training, okay? So let that marinate for the day. And then the next day, you see the results right there, because it lasts 24 hours for that story. And then maybe there's like 10 people that say like nutrition. Maybe there's only like 3 people that comment in training. Okay, great. So then you go into the DMs right there from the people that you know were part of that poll, and you reach out to them. You start a conversation. Hey, thank you so much for engaging in my poll. I noticed that you're struggling on nutrition. What's the big underlying issue? What's the number one thing that you're struggling with this? Boom, right there. If they reply back and they start saying like what their issues are, that is a lead right there. That's a perfect opportunity to get them on a phone call or even sell by chat right there. You know what I mean? So you could do that with polls. You can test it out with questions. You can test it out with quizzes, right? Because that's what happens. Is once we start a conversation, boom, right? That's going to lead right there to a conversion, which is going to get you paid, and it's going to have you have another client and help serve them, okay? So that's exactly what you need to be doing with this whole little tactic on Instagram stories, is doing a poll, doing a question, and doing a quiz on your guys' stories, okay? So our student, Kim, so she's over in the Netherlands, and we taught her this tactic, right? She was working with us for like a couple of weeks, and we taught her this, and she was so hesitant to do it, but then when she finally took action and did it, she did a poll like that, and she's strictly doing nutrition coaching. She got 10 leads just from that right there. Then she got them on a phone call, and she probably closed about like 3 or 4 of them right there. So it's very, very simple. You can do this week. You can get leads by the end of you can get leads right away, and you can probably close clients like by the week. Okay. So really, really put this into practice. It's very, very powerful.